Most of you know me, but for those who might not, my name is Jonathan, or Johnny, and I'm the brother of the bride. Katy is, and has been, probably the best big sister a brother could ask for. I do look back fondly on all those little things we would do together, like sleeping in the same room, wearing inside-out pajamas, in hopes to appease the snow gods at the slightest mention we might get the day off the next day. Or sprinting inside during hard gusts of wind because it surely meant it was about to pour down rain at any second. As we got older and worked our ways into high school, our friend groups were unsurprisingly not the same. However, that never stopped Katy from involving and acknowledging me whenever possible. Whether that was inviting me to football tailgates or just in passing in the halls. Once we got to college, she was always there for me, whether that was introducing me to some of the people that would become my best friends, or taking care of me and my pledge brothers when we were dropped off at her doorstep after being removed from the bars unwillingly. I tried here and there to reciprocate the favor with little things, like going over to Katy's late night to take care of a moth or two that had found its way inside. Still to this day, I probably haven't come close. There was a long time growing up where I actually felt like I was stuck in Katy's shadow, but now we're both grown up. I look back at those times and realize I was actually just getting to share in a bit of her sun. As far as memories go, obviously, I've got a lot less to work with when it comes to Michael. We've had some good times together, bar hopping and sports watching. I've even gotten some free medical advice out of it. At this point, I can only hope to be a part of some of the many memories they will make together in the future. So a toast to Michael and Katy, the soon-to-be Mr. and Mrs. Clark.
Thanks everybody for coming, and thanks for celebrating this weekend with us.
If you want this, I got to come get this, I gotta be heavy, yeah, everything you want me to be, baby. You know I'm loyal, this hand is loyal, it don't get away.
Hi, I'm Kelly. I am Katy's Maid of Honor and best friend. And I'm so excited and honored to get to stand next to her tomorrow. Can't wait. Our friendship has grown and strengthened into something I think is incredibly special. And I'm so lucky to have a friend like Katy. We've gone through so many of life's milestones together and been each other's support system through highs and lows. But I don't think Katy realizes how much I look up to her and learn from her. Katy has taught me how to be a more patient, loyal friend. She's shown me what endless amounts of creativity and kindness can do for a classroom of kids who really need love. She's shown me how rich and full life can be when you surround yourself with the right people. She's taught me how to be generous. She's literally given me the shirt off of her back before more than once, and I have some of those still. She's taught me how to be spontaneous and silly, and most importantly, how fun it is to always be yourself. And more recently, I've learned a lot from Katy about the importance of following your heart. So the night before the wedding, I just want to say I'm so happy you two found each other and took that chance. Clark, I've already seen how Katy has taught you to be more open and loving and vulnerable, and I couldn't ask for a better man to go through life with my best friend. And Katy, I am so happy you found someone willing to grow and learn with you and build a life with you. I can't wait to watch and learn from your long, happy marriage together. To the bride and groom, I love you guys so much.
I'm Andy Lesnansky. I'm Michael's childhood friend and now best man. Unfortunately, I haven't had the chance to meet some of you because I care deeply about those two people right there. I'm gonna leave a few things out of this. Senior prom, all my trips, all of them to Athens, Ohio. Pretty much all of the year 2008. You're welcome. Our friendship began in the first grade. which means we've known each other since before we knew what a bowl cut was, and that it wasn't a great look for either one of us. We were fortunate enough to have a huge group of friends that we got to share experiences with all through high school, from freshman year till now. And it's a very rare thing to find that a group of friends stays that close for that long. It's amazing to be a part of. I don't think Michael and the rest of us would have such an amazing group of friends if it weren't for Mary Ann and the rest of the Rubalcaba family. Each and every one of them treated each and every one of us like blood, and on a personal level, I can't thank you enough for that. Katy, you're marrying a fantastic human being, and you're marrying into an amazing family. I'm beyond myself that Michael has found someone like you to share his life with. From the time we've spent together and from what Michael has shared with me, your caring heart and your love of life are just a couple of examples why you two are a perfect fit together. Michael, your friendship means the world to me, and it's irreplaceable. Let's have a toast for the best friend a man could ask for and the woman that makes him complete. Enjoy the little moments because you'll cherish them most of all. Congratulations.
Okay, you can look now.
Wow. Amazing.
Do you like it?
It's gorgeous. Spectacular. It's perfect. Perfect. How you doing?
Good.
I'd like to welcome everybody. It is very important to celebrate these happy transitions in our lives. Michael and Katy, I have a few questions for you to clarify your intentions for each other today. The answer we'd all really love to hear in response to each question is, I do. So Michael, do you want to marry Katy?
I do.
Do you promise to treat her as your equal and as your best friend?
I do.
Do you promise to be honest with her, to listen to her, to be vulnerable with her, and to share with her your deepest thoughts and feelings?
I do.
Do you promise to be the best in-law you can be?
I do.
Great job.
Katy, do you want to marry Michael?
I do.
Do you promise to be Michael's faithful wife, to love him every day through every challenge, as long as you both shall live?
I do.
Do you promise to treat him as your best friend and your most cherished companion?
I do.
Do you promise to be honest with him, to listen to him, to be vulnerable with him, and to share with him your deepest thoughts and feelings?
I do.
Do you promise to be the best in-law you can be?
I do.
Honored guests, do you promise to support this couple?
We do.
Do you promise to encourage their dreams, to relieve them of their fears, and to offer them advice even when they don't ask for it? Michael, will you please repeat after me? Katy, I love you.
Katy, I love you.
My heart is in this ring.
My heart is in this ring.
I promise to be your faithful husband,
I promise to be your faithful husband,
to love you in sickness and in health,
to love you in sickness and in health,
and life and beyond.
and life and beyond.
When you look at this ring,
When you look at this ring,
remember I love you always.
remember I love you always.
Okay, Katy, now repeat after me. Michael,
Michael,
thank you for my beautiful ring.
thank you for my beautiful ring.
I love you.
I love you.
My heart is in this ring.
My heart is in this ring.
I promise to be your faithful wife,
I promise to be your faithful wife,
to love you in sickness and in health,
to love you in sickness and in health,
and life and beyond.
and life and beyond.
When you look at this ring,
When you look at this ring,
remember that I always love you.
remember that I always.
It has been my honor to officiate your ceremony. Now I get to say something you've been looking forward to hearing for a very long time. By the powers vested in me by the state of North Carolina, I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss. Ladies and gentlemen, Katy and Michael Clark.
I woke up in a daze, you were talking to me. So I fake like something you said, I just couldn't believe. Now you're walking around the block like you don't give a care. And you're blinking and you're looking through me like I'm not even there.
have all heard the story several times of how they met. But I want to tell you the story of how they met from a father's perspective. And I have transcripts, so I'm going to read from it. Katy went to Hilton Head Island for teacher spring break. She called me I think it was the second day, and I said, "How's it going?" Katy, "Fun. Last night we hung out with a bunch of doctors." Me, "Did you like any of them?" Katy, "One guy is nice, but not really my type." Right? "He is kind of a muscly pretty boy." But she said, "Kelly will probably make me go back, so I think I'll talk to him again and we'll see how it goes." I got a call the next day. Me, "How was Doctor House last night?" Katy, "Dad, I think I really like the muscly pretty boy." Me, "What's his name?" Katy, "I'm not really sure." Me, "What the? You don't know his name?" Katy, "Well, he said it was Michael, but everyone calls him Clark, so it might be Clark. Either way, I'm so glad we went back, because he's great." Several calls over the next couple of days, every other word out of her mouth was either Michael or Clark. I guess she still wasn't sure what the name was, but she was clearly enamored. She came back on a Sunday. She was pretty down. Like, not vacation's over, I gotta go back to teaching fourth graders tomorrow. I mean, really, really down. Very sad. As down as I've ever seen her. And I asked her what was wrong, even though I kind of had an idea already at this point. And she said that she and Michael had agreed that while they really liked each other, this was going to be a spring break fling, and they deleted each other's numbers from their phone because he was moving to Texas and it wasn't realistic that they could have a relationship. So she and Clark Michael no longer had each other's numbers in their phone, and she knew she had made a huge mistake. She told me she had made a huge mistake, but she was just gonna live with it. It was the mistake that she made. She didn't have his number anymore. Fortunately, Clark Eel found her number somewhere, maybe Kelly, I don't know where she got it from, and he was feeling the same way. He called her that very afternoon, and I think the very next weekend they were together in Raleigh. So fast forward 1 year, I'm packing up all of her stuff, and her and myself, we're driving to Texas. So happy ending. Michael is an incredible young man. All I could ask for in a son-in-law and a life partner for my daughter. If he loves her half as much as I do, she's a very lucky woman. Still, Michael, you outkicked your coverage for landing my daughter. Speaking as the poster boy for marrying up, I admire you for it. Katy is truly as beautiful on the inside as she is the outside. Those of you that know her know this. And she's amazingly beautiful on the outside today. For those of you, I know some of you in the back had a pool going, and when I would shed the first tear today, if you had now, that'd be a good choice, but the answer was 3:23 this afternoon when I first saw her in her dress. Your mother and I could not be any prouder of the woman that you've become. And we just wish you all the love and happiness that we have shared for 35 years together. This entire weekend, you can feel the love that everyone has for Michael and Katy. Everywhere we've gone, all the events that we've had, it's been palpable, the amount of love in the room. I want to leave you with a famous quote. I think Abraham Lincoln said this. When the planes hit the Twin Towers, none of the phone calls from the people on board were messages of hate or revenge. They were all messages of love. If you look for it, I've got a feeling you'll find that love actually is all around.
Love, love, love.
Cheers.
Love, 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 love. wanna get ahead of myself, feeling things I've never felt. It's kind of hard for me to explain her personality and everything. Brings me to my knees, oh. She shines me up like gold on my arm. I wanna take it slow, but it's so hard. I love to see her face in daylight. It's more than just our bodies at night. But she's really tempting me, oh. Do you think I'm being foolish if I don't rush in? I'm scared to death that she might be it, that the love is real, that the shoe might fit. She might just be my everything and beyond, beyond space and time in the afterlife. Will she have my kids? Will she be my wife? She might just be my everything and beyond. I wanna bring her round to meet ya. I think you like a candelina. I know that grandma would have loved her like she was her own. She makes me feel at home, oh. Do you think I'm being foolish if I don't rush in? I'm scared to death that she might be it, that the love is real, that the shoe might fit. She might just be my